Welcome back to our Farm and Ranch News. The health of the U.S. cattle herd is a top concern for family ranchers. For several years, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, along with others, have called on USDA to halt the import of beef from Brazil as that nation continues to not follow World Health procedures when cases of atypical bovine spongiform encephalopathy or BSE appear.
You hit a hot button for me because I tell you this Brazilian deal just accentuates how out of touch Secretary Vilsack is with America's producers, because all the cattle groups joined together. Farm Bureau joined with us. We were all calling for a ban. Brazil just ignores the rules. The rest of the world operates by a set of rules where we have to report an atypical case, and it has to be done with certain parameters. Brazil doesn't care. This is the 6th or 7th time that they have demonstrated over the years that the rules apparently doesn't apply to them. And yet we can't get our secretary, and this doesn't take legislation. This is a stroke of the pen type thing for the Secretary of Ag to be able to rectify this situation.
This spring, Western Ag Network sat down with Secretary Vilsack during the Commodity Classic and asked him why the U.S. has not halted imports of Brazilian beef.
On the BSE issue, I think we have to be very, very careful. Very careful. And why do I say that? Because there are different types of BSE. And when you have an atypical case, as is the case with the Brazilian situation, the World Animal Health Organization basically says that's not a basis upon which you should be restricting trade. We had an atypical BSE incident not too long ago in out west. And so do we want the rest of the world to stop our beef trade for an atypical case? I don't think we do. So I think we have to be very careful about this particular circumstance and situation, and understanding the distinction between the type of BSE that would really cause a significant problem and one that does not. Again, the World Animal Health Organization has basically been very clear about this, that they draw a very fine line with atypical cases. We'll obviously continue to be monitoring this and be very vigilant about it, but whatever we do to Brazil, the rest of the world can do to the United States. And I think that's why we have to be a bit careful about it.
When it comes to Brazil, NCBA claims USDA will still not hear the concerns of family ranchers.
This is not an issue that's contentious amongst cattle producers. We're all in agreement on this, and yet we can't even get Secretary Vilsack to pick up the phone and talk to us about this issue.
Back in May, USDA did report an atypical case of BSE in South Carolina, but that case was reported within the 24-hour period mandated by the World Animal Organization for Animal Health. The last atypical case of BSE in Brazil was confirmed on February 22nd of this year. That was 35 days after it was first identified. We'll be right back.
I raise beef here in very isolated Wyoming because at 7,500 feet, my cattle are the best way to take care of the land, the environment, and create wildlife habitat. Plus, this isn't land that would be suitable for growing any other type of food, but my cattle allow me to raise safe, wholesome, healthy, and nutritious, high-quality protein to feed not only people here at home, but people abroad as well.
As we return back today, just a reminder that the 55th National Public Lands Council annual meeting is set to take place in Pendleton, Oregon, September 5th through the 7th. Cattle and sheep producers who graze on federal lands are encouraged to attend and have your opinion heard on the issues impacting Western ranchers. You can register today by visiting publiclandscouncil.org for the annual meeting being held September 5th through the 7th in Pendleton, Oregon. That's today's Farm and Ranch News.